trabajos tan interesantes! Se necesita una mecánica industrial para reparar, instalar y hacer mantenimiento a máquinas de producción. No. Ese trabajo no es para mí. Se necesita un paralegal con experiencia en redacción de documentos legales. ¿Qué es un paralegal? No, esto no es para mí. Se necesita entrenador de fútbol. ¡Oh, sí! El fútbol es mi pasión y también tengo una certificación. Oh, espera un momento. Se necesita entrenador de fútbol americano con 5 años de experiencia. Nope. Este trabajo tampoco es para mí. No entiendo mucho el fútbol americano. A ver. Hola, my friend. So, amiga Juana told me she is still looking for a job. How about if today we look at different professions and maybe we can help her choose one? By the end of this lesson, you will be able to recognize common professions and explain what they do. Make sure you have a copy of page 4 of the PDF to work on some new vocabulary with me. It's going to be fun. Are you ready? ¡Vámonos! If we want to help amiga Juana find a job, first we need to know a few names for jobs in Spanish. So I have a game for us to play. It's a good old word search to pick our brains. In Spanish, we call it sopa de letras, letter soup. Makes sense, right? So, on your PDF sheet, you have the sopa de letras and a list of professions in English below it. I will give you some clues and help you figure out the meanings in Spanish. Many of them are cognates and will look or sound similar to their English counterparts. You will then highlight the word en la sopa de letras and write it next to the corresponding English word. Let's do the first one. Esta profesión es muy creativa. It can be flashy and trendy, but also simple. What profession do you think I'm talking about? If you said fashion designer, then you're right. Now, look at your sopa de letras and see if you can spot a word that might look like design, because it's very closely related to the Spanish word. That is diseñador. Diseñador de modas. Fashion designer. Repite conmigo. Diseñador de modas. Highlight it and write it in the corresponding row. Next. Esta profesión es muy creativa, pero también es una ciencia que necesita mucha técnica y matemáticas. It's an engineer. Again, mira la sopa de letras y busca una palabra similar a engineer. That would be ingeniero. Let me say it again. Ingeniero. Now, por favor, di ingeniero Muy bien. The next profession es una profesión militar y es muy importante para la protección de los Estados Unidos, por ejemplo. It's a soldier, and you know the drill. Mira la sopa de letras y busca una palabra similar a soldier. Did you find it? It's soldado. Por favor, repite después de mí, then write it down. Soldado. Excelente. Then we have a profession that offers a service that many people use to stay looking sharp. It's a hairdresser. To find this word, try to remember how to say hair in Spanish. Well, hair en español es pelo. Entonces, mira la sopa de letras y busca una palabra similar a pelo. Got it? That would be peluquero. Peluquero. Por favor, di peluquero. Muy bien. Now, let's focus on accountant for a second. What do you relate accounting with? Maybe counting numbers, even though it's not as easy as that. To count in español es contar, and that's how the word for accountant in Spanish starts. Try to spot it en la sopa de letras. That would be contador. It literally means a person who counts. Contador. Di contador. Muy bien. Now, lawyer is kind of hard to figure out because it's not a cognate. Lawyer en español es abogado. Look for it and add it to your notes. Now, repite después de mí. Abogado. Finalmente, we have businesswoman. Mujer de negocios. Try to find it en la sopa de letras. Now, repite después de mí. Mujer de negocios. Now, let's look at some of these professions a little closer. For example, let me ask you, what does an engineer do? Can you explain that in Spanish? ¿Qué hace un ingeniero? Which of these actions do you think would best describe the job of un ingeniero? Cortar el pelo, crear estructuras y sistemas, defender a las personas. Crear estructuras y sistemas makes the most sense, right? So, to answer the question, ¿qué hace un ingeniero? You would say, un ingeniero crea sistemas y estructuras. Now, you say it. Good. You must know that this is a general answer because there are many different types of ingenieros, like ingeniero civil, ingeniero industrial, and ingeniero biomédico. Ok, ¿qué hace un peluquero? Diseñar ropa, analizar el mercado financiero o cortar el pelo. Choose one. It's cortar el pelo. So we can say that un peluquero corta el pelo de sus clientes. Repite conmigo. Un peluquero corta el pelo de sus clientes. Excelente, my friend. Let's look at one more. ¿Qué hace un abogado? Defender a su país, ofrecer consejos legales o manejar información financiera. Choose one. It's ofrecer consejos legales. So we'd say, un abogado ofrece consejos legales y representa a sus clientes en la corte. Repite después de mí. Un abogado ofrece consejos legales y representa a sus clientes en la corte. Great job! Together, we explained what an engineer, a hairdresser, and a lawyer do. Now, I'd like you to explain what an accountant, a businesswoman, and a soldier do. You are going to see the pictures of these professions with a list of several activities. All you have to do is pick one or two that would work best to describe each profession. Thank you for trying your best, my friend. Let's recap what you learned today. En esta lección, you learned to identify common professions and explain what they do. I'll make sure to share all this information with Amiga Juana. In the meantime, remember to complete the PDF activities to review these professions and learn about others. Ciao! Nos vemos.
Hey, hey.